Hi gang, Ed here, and I wanted to talk to you about two things today. One is obviously the whole mass control thing. Frank Kern is doing it again, and unsurprisingly, because it's a system, and he's actually making his mass control system, the new version, the 2.0 version, available on Monday, when you see this Monday in the US. I wanted to explain to you for a second why I've been such an advocate for this particular course, much more than any other course. The reason I am is because I think it is the best thing that I have seen which teaches a very specific part of our magnificent symphony. Remember, we learnt in the 30-day challenge that really internet marketing for any business, for any niche, for any business, anything, is really about 4 processes. Market research, I was going to do another thing then, that's for another video. Market research, traffic, conversion, and product. They're our 4 biggies. And in the 30-day challenge we teach you one way of doing those 4 things. Now, if there's one skill I can make sure you guys have, it's the art of conversion. Some people would call it the art of copy or the art of selling. In 30-day challenge terminology we call it conversion. In other words, taking traffic and getting them to buy something, because that's why we're here, right? We want to actually sell some stuff and, you know, make some money. It's very hard to pay for food with good intentions. And so that is why I think mass control is so important, because it really does the best job of any course I have seen in teaching you the psychology and understanding of selling and conversion. I just think it's brilliant, and it does it so beautifully. He's revamped the entire course to make it actually very 30-day challenge-like, in the sense that there's a 30-day program which you go through. There's an amazing 4-day program which can get you up and get you doing cash quickly, and I've seen it work many times. Many 30-day challenge students have done that 4-day cash machine, and I've seen the results. Very impressive. But I suppose what I want to do, because I want to emphasize, because I think if you've got the capacity to own a course, any course, it really should be this one. And I suppose to really emphasize that for you, I want to do something to really make it worth your while. Now, down the bottom here, you'll notice that there is a link, and it's an affiliate link. Yes, I will make some money if you buy from this link, which would be great. You know, it's very exciting. That would be really cool. But most importantly, in return for that, I just want to give you something extra other than all the stuff that Frank is providing inside Mass Control. First thing that he mentioned was that, as a surprise, was that Frank's actually holding a conference in San Diego in April, the end of April, which of course if you buy Mass Control 2, you actually can go to for free. Now, I went to the one last year in last April, and it was hands down best conference of the year. It was just fantastic. And I'm very honoured to be asked this year to actually be one of the speakers. And I'm actually going to take you, and for the first time outside of the Over the Edge seminars, teach what I think is the most fundamental thing that people are missing in terms of their online marketing efforts. And that's the whole thing about market research, to market understanding, to market conversion. And there's one thing I can do in a live setting which I can't do here, which is highlight a couple of very specific businesses that have really done this really well. And that's what I'm going to be doing in San Diego. That's cool. The second thing is on the Sunday, Mass Control's Friday, Saturday, on Sunday, if you buy through this link, you'll join me, Frank, and some of the best internet marketers on the planet for a special 3rd day bonus that we're putting on specifically for people who buy through our link. And I must say, in the efforts of full disclosure, that that will also be the case if you buy through Jeff Walker's link because Jeff, creator of the Product Launch Formula, will be speaking. Mike Filsaime will be the incredible viral butterfly method. He'll be speaking. And we'll be doing hot seats, and we'll be doing all sorts of other really, really cool things. And, you know, it's a action-packed, star-studded, extra bonus day, which you can get for free. If you're already going to San Diego, you already get it if you buy through that link. So that's cool. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is, look, I think Mass Control is fabulous. Best thing that there is in terms of like list building and going through that whole process of converting somebody who's just a member of a list, getting them on the list, making sure they're on the list, and then selling them something through, it could be through video, it could be through sales letter, however you do it. It's that whole conversion process. I think there's something out there that does the other three things pretty darn well, and that is 30-Day Challenge Plus. Particularly in terms of having something to sell people. Because it's cool to be an affiliate, make no mistake, love affiliates. But at the end of the day, we have to move you from being an affiliate to creating your own products in your own marketplaces. And 30-Day Challenge Plus is perfect for that because we show you how to do the products in exactly the same step-by-step style that we do with everything else. And it's been a spectacular success for us. It's been brilliant. Well, here's the cool thing. If you sign up through this link, give us a couple of days to sort through it all, and we will give you 2 years. That's right, not 1. 2 years of 30-Day Challenge Plus for free, including everything that we've done so far. So I think that is a pretty special bonus. That's a real active bonus. I think people who are inside 30-Day Challenge Plus absolutely adore it, and it's something I'm very proud of. Doing my best work there, I think. Best work. So there's that. Something else that's been very important and has been going on, and that is this whole concept of buying and selling websites. Now, gee, it seems like a long time, but it's 2 years ago I introduced Domaniche, and that has become the premier kit for buying and selling websites. In fact, straight after this I'm doing an interview with a US magazine about it. And buying and selling has not gone away, it's gone bigger and better and more prevalent, and people are doing some amazing things with buying and selling. So I'm going to make that course, which is available. You can buy it now. It's I think it's $1,495. It could be even $19, but it's at least $1,495. I'm going to give you that course as a bonus, as my way of saying thank you, including some updates which I am putting together at the moment to update in terms of what's going on with the market at the moment in this current economic environment. There are some extraordinary bargains. You know, if you want to jumpstart something, if you want to buy a list to get cracking on Mass Control, you can pick up incredible, insane deals at the moment because, funnily enough, people want to sell. So we've got that. Now, what else have we got? I suppose some excellent material, and in fact, you know, some might call it memorabilia in a sense, but something that's very cool. I don't know if you know, but between 2005 and 2007, Frank and I were business partners, and we worked together with the Underachiever method, and we had Ultra Underachievers, an extraordinarily successful program that went very well. And if you've seen any of Frank's work in terms of what he's been doing, then you'll know the quality of his newsletters and the quality of his stuff. And they're timeless, absolutely timeless. Well, just over here is my archive. And we're going to make available to you digital copies of everything that we did with those newsletters with Ultra Underachievers. So there's a huge amount of fabulous reference material. Speaking of reference material, I was in the exact room. It happened in December of 2006 when Frank, for the very first time, who was here in Australia, first came up with what would become Mass Control, where he started formulating his system. I remember him sitting on the hotel bed, fully clothed, and he was talking about what would become mass control, and he came up with the term mass control. He did that in Melbourne here in Australia at the Crown Casino Hotel. Now, that seminar that we did with John Carlton is absolutely extraordinary. It's also full of profanity because it was only invited people. We didn't sell it. It was an obligation we had to all the people who had been successful in the first 2 30-day challenges, plus all our ultra underachievers that we promised to do this seminar. So it was no holds barred, and you'll hear the first ever presentation of mass control in that particular presentation, as well as some amazing stuff from John Carlton. Some stuff I still use to this day in terms of determining what sort of technologies will work and not work. So I think, you know, that is going to be extremely, extremely useful for you. Another thing which I think is going to be very useful for you is really taking what you're learning in mass control and applying it and putting it inside your niche. So what I want to do here is I'm going to make available an hour consulting session with me personally as part of our thank you, as long as you buy through that link. And so now people use this for all sorts of different things, not necessarily regarding that. I don't mind, it's your dime. But I think a smart use of it is to go through mass control, and when you want a fresh set of eyes to have a look at your plan or your launch plan or whatever it is, then that's something I will do for you, as again, as a thank you for being part of this process. Now, and I just have to pick up my notes here, just because I just have to make sure we've got everything. We've got the 30-day challenge plus, we've got the Domination plus, got the consultation and the extra day. Remember that extra free day at Mass Control too. Oh, we'll do lunch too. If you come to San Diego, I will shout lunch, and we'll have a lunch of all the people, all the 30-day challenges who are part of this, buying through this link, and I'll shout lunch and we'll catch up. That'll be great. And we'll also hold a conference call in a couple of weeks' time, just for people to talk through how they're going, their 4-day cash machines. I'm in a pretty privileged situation to see how so many of these have worked, and been, I suppose, sitting there in the background watching and observing, playing no part whatsoever, but really seeing what has gone on with all these mega launches. And I think, you know, that we can help each other work through all of that as well. So look, extraordinary value. I'm going to send you an email about it as well, just to clarify everything that I have said here in terms of the bonuses that you get. As I mentioned, it is huge value. 2 years, for goodness sake, of 30-day challenge plus. A whole extra day at the Mass Control Conference, an exclusive day for people who have purchased through my link and the link of the other guys who are, or the link of the other guys who are presenting, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But most importantly, regardless, let me finish by saying this, regardless of whether you decide to buy through this link or any other link, I truly believe that if you have the resources to do this, forget my link, forget anybody's link, I don't care. The facts are that if you walked up to me in the street and said, Ed, is there one course that I can learn that will help me sell stuff that I can buy? Mass Control 2 would be it. It's that simple.